Part 3 now of the Last of Us Laundromat, and let's see where we're at. We're here, all right, and all I've done is I've just grabbed a couple of pillars and put them there to kind of mark out a bit of an area. Now what I want to do right now is I want to work on the washing machines and these little risers, I'll call them, the wooden part. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's grab a piece of this here, Shift-D, and bring that over there. P, we'll break it out, and let's see what we're going to do with this thing here. I'll pull that down there, and I'm going to bring it down. I'll start with that size, and I may be changing that. I'm going to extrude up a little bit, just like that. And let's see. Maybe I'll come forward a bit. And I think what I'll do for this will probably get slid over just a little bit. I think what I'll do is I'll drop an edge loop here and Control B to bevel that. Break it out like that, and take this piece and just extrude that up a ways. Put the washing machines on both sides. Let's see, is that too thick? I'm looking at this thing here, and I don't know what this is. I don't think I do, so I'm not going to worry about that. What I think I'll do is I'll bring an edge loop up near the top and just take these parts here. And how about we E and SX, pull it out like that, and SY and pull it out like that to create this piece. Now, I'm not sure I like it joined like that, but we'll see. Let's just focus on that, and I will get rid of the bottom faces. Did I do that? Yeah. Okay. And we'll set the origin of the geometry and bring it there. Let's just make sure it's not flipped. Okay. All right, so that may or may not be the right size. And now I'm going to bring in a cube, and we'll make the washing machines out of this. All right, so now somewhere in here is my little guy. Just want to bring him over. Sort of imagine he's doing some laundry there. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so if we had that, what if we bring an edge loop up here, and we'll split this, and E and Alt S, pull that in, and I'm going to put on the bevel. Let's see if I, yeah, okay, that's all right. Okay, the next thing is I'm going to drag an edge loop back here, something like that, and extrude this piece up. And I just need to have another look. Yeah, see, it's underneath that, so I may have to pull that up higher. But something like that, and then take this edge and pull it back to do that. Okay, I'm going to hide you. So now I'm going to take this and just pull it up a little ways. So it's something like that so far. Okay. So I've got this part here, and so I want to do this part here where you put the change in, and I guess maybe it's a little lock or something of some sort there. And so the way I thought I would do that is I'm going to create a section here for that, something like this. Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to get rid of these faces, and I'll rebuild this part here. and we'll put it in beside. So let's take maybe this piece to start building that. Shift D, so it'll have the bevel on it. Pull that back. I'm going to break it out and take it so it's about halfway down. I think is going to be okay. I'll try that. So let's extrude it up now. I believe it goes higher than this thing, so I will check. Yeah, it goes a little bit higher than that part. So just like that. It's okay. And just want to have another look at it. I'm going to do it up and then back. So I'm just going to drop an edge loop right there in the middle. Take that edge, pull it back. I'm going to do it that way. Okay. So the way I will do this is I will select both of those faces. I'd inset, I'll pull it in a ways, like that. And I'm going to extrude back. And I may straighten these, I'm not sure yet. But I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to take this, I don't want to bevel this by hand. I don't think I'm going to. All right, anyways, I'm going to take that piece, Shift D to duplicate, pull it out, P to break it out, and I'm going to extrude it back a little ways. That's going to end up going in, but also we'll give it some thickness like this, and that'll be there. But maybe I'll make it wider, push it in, and we'll focus on that. I'll get rid of some faces, and I may even change the bevel on this. You know, let's just do that for now. In fact, let's come over here to this bevel and switch this to arc, just to round that a little bit more. I haven't put on smooth shading or anything yet. We'll check. Okay. And I'm going to select here and create a little disc there, or where the lock is. Doesn't have to be very detailed. And I'll put a face on it and rotate Y90. I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to extrude back. And I think I'll extrude out a little bit, or scale out a bit. Make sure I don't have a face on back there. And I'll take this and Control B with 3, and this edge, and I may as well do both at the same time, that edge and that edge, just like that. I can shade smooth. I might do something else on this, I'm not sure. Now this edge is angled, right? It's not actually bad. Let's see, let me think. It's always a toss-up to do stuff in texturing or in modeling. And because I'm not creating a game, I can do more stuff in modeling than I probably should. That doesn't mean I'm going to do any great detail here. What I thought I would do is, what do I want to do? I may just do a hole. And I could easily do that in Substance Painter. But I'll do it here. And it'll collect some dirt. And I'll do that. Maybe I'll grab this face and just inset, and we'll have that piece there. And I don't need to join. Okay. Again, so what do I do about the coin slot? I could easily use some depth or height in Substance Painter and create it, but I wanted to look at something here. I wanted to show you that. I'll just bring my 3D cursor there, and I'll use something to create like a cutting tool. I just want something straight. Shift D, take that, and P, and scale it. I'm going to rotate X90, and I'm going to, maybe that wasn't the way I wanted to do it. All right, I'm going to do this, and just a little bit of width. Let's have a look at this. Now, I've left this one tilted. I kind of like that. If I was to take this and just scale it in the X and just push it in. In fact, I think I will rotate it. So let's look from the side and get it, pretty much parallel. All right. Now, it's probably the wrong size for a coin thing. I'll adjust that in a minute. Here's what I wanted to look at is if they're facing the right way. Okay, if I take this piece, which has got the bevel modifier, and if I do Boolean and bring it to the top, and I start selecting this, I may lose. See, I lost my bevel by putting a Boolean there like that. Now you can apply the bevel, or sometimes what I will do is take this piece here, P, and break it out. And I don't want the Boolean on that anymore. I just want it on this plain thing here. And I'll have this. The only thing is I'll have to come in. I'm going to switch to normal. I want to extrude this back. I'm going to press E to extrude, and that didn't work, so I'm going to press F to make a face instead. And I'm going to pull that back. And with F, I can now use the normal. And I'll leave that in there, but I'll come out here and I'll bevel this to make it catch some light and look a little bit better. Okay, hang on. I had a problem down here. So I'm going to select it all, merge by distance. I got rid of some. Okay, so in fact, the bevel is working fine, the actual bevel. So that is sometimes, did I get rid of it? Yeah, sometimes what I'll do, so I just got a separate piece here instead of doing it on this. All right, so let's carry on. Let's take maybe, how do I want to do this? I'm thinking I'm going to put a piece on top. Let's see, I'm still in normal, so I'm going to Shift D to duplicate, take that out, P to break it out, and I'm going to scale it down. And I'm going to scale it in the X a little bit, and just kind of position this and scale it the way I want. I think I'll round this, so I'm just going to press 1 for vertices and Shift Control B, pull. There's 3. I generally want 5. This is probably more than I need. I'm going to extrude back a little bit, and I'm not going to get rid of that face yet. See, that was a problem. What I'm going to do is select this face, pull it in. I know that looks crazy. Select this face, pull it in. Just get the right size. Recalculate outside, and now I'll just take this piece and I'll get rid of the back. There we go. And so I'll have that on there. I think that's what I want to do. And I think I'll use this Shift D to duplicate. I'll just modify it. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to come in here and Control plus to expand my selection to there. In fact, I'm going to get rid of that one as well and just do a big that. And then I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to come in, we'll do an inset there. I'm going to come in a little bit more. I'll leave that there. And then I'm going to extrude out a little bit, not too much. Not too much at all, actually. Like that. And I'm going to bevel back with 3. That's all I need. And then I thought, this is probably too much detail, but I thought I would make an indent on this. Control B, pull with just 2, and E and Alt S, and I'll pull that in, and then I'll bevel these we'll just do that. Okay, and let's do this. Let's put a subdivision on just so we can see a little bit better. This is what I've got. Okay, so I take that off. Yeah, it's not very high poly, but okay. And the other thing I'm going to do is put it on a little bit of a stock so it sits out in front. of the panel a little bit. So I'll do that, and I might as well bevel these then, just to not have shading problems. So let's take that knob and start playing with it, and let's focus on just the whatever, all this stuff. I'm going to put this all in a collection in a bit. So I got that. So let's look from where's this side? There we go. Okay, so I want just that guy. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to rotate it. Yeah, and I want it to sit above so that we can get some shadow. So I have one there, but I'm going to make it a little smaller. Just there like that. I'm going to have two of these, like kind of like that. I'm not sure I like the indent, to be honest with you. I think once it's textured, the dirt will collect in there and it'll be all right. I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to come in and take another one, and I'm going to Shift D. I'm going to drag it down here, and I'm going to make this one bigger, like the master volume here. Well, I don't know why I said volume, but the master control, master knob, like that. And I'm going to also take this and Shift D to duplicate it, scale it down like this, P to break it out. I'm going to go back into normal, and I'm going to extrude this out a little bit. Control plus, and that's going to mess me up. So I'm not going to be able to do much in normal or anyway. So I'm going to look from the side, and I'm just going to take this and position it. Just have a look at that. I'm going to scale it in the Y. I can move it now like this. Something like that. I just wanted another little thing, like a little screen there. And just tweaking this and adjusting it now. I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to take maybe this part of it. I'm going to Shift D to duplicate that. P to break it out, grab it, and let's move it like this. And I'm going to put a face on the top, scale it all down. Which way am I looking? Look from the side. Pull it in here roughly. Now when I grab that face, I should be able to just come straight out a little bit more, and then I'm going to bevel this back, but with a few more segments. So that's like a little power light there. Power indicator or something. All right, that's good. And you can do anything else button-wise or whatever, but I'm not going to bother. I don't think. Let's just double check. Face orientation's going good. All right, so let's put a little bit of detail on top again. You know, do you do it in texture? Do you do it in geometry? I'm just going to do as much as I can in geometry in Blender. Not everybody has Substance Painter, and sometimes certain details look better in geometry anyhow. Let me make sure that's broken out. Let's take that piece. It's nice and in line with everything else. Okay, so that's, I wanted that. I'm going to select these two edges, and I'm going to bevel them. Shift Control B, pull, but I'm also going to press C for clamping so that they'll hit and they won't cross over. And I'm just going to do that. Select it, although merge by distance. You have to merge by distance. And let's just focus on that. I'm going to pull that up. I'm going to extrude down, but I'm going to get rid of that bottom face. It's flipped, so recalculate outside. And then take this. I don't need the bevel. I'm going to do my own bevel. Control B and pull, and have, 3 or 4 segments in there. Shade smooth, and push it down. Okay, something like that. So I mean that'll work well in Substance Painter in terms of catching dirt and stuff. Let's use an array. Let's just make sure that I've got that going, and I guess I'm going in the Y. 0, and just bring this up, and then just decide if I like this and what I want to do with it. Not sure I like it yet, so I'm just going to leave it for the moment and see if it sinks in. All right, so I want a little bit of an indentation here. It's possible that I want to do it in Substance Painter, but I'm going to try it here and see how it goes. So I'm going to select this top here and Shift D to duplicate, scale it in, and get the approximate size. I'm going to push it back and something like that. Let's break it out. Let's take that and maybe pull it in a little bit. And I'm going to round this, Shift Control B, and pull, round it off. And I'll extrude it up. What I really want of this whole thing is I want a little border of this. So I'm going to select the top and the bottom and press I to inset, and hold Shift and pull in. Just want a small piece like that, and then I'm going to Control E, bridge edge loops. So I have this little round border. I'm going to use this as a boolean. We're going to try it anyhow, and if I end up losing my bevel because of it, I'm going to do it in Substance Painter. I just want to look where it is and adjust it a little bit. And when I do this, it should look a little bit more like there's a lid here. So let's give it a try. Let's select the main body here, add Boolean, drag that to the top, and select that. Just watch your bevel. See, I lost it. And I don't like that. Unless I am done, and I'm not done. Because you can apply the bevel, and then you can do this, and then see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to increase the size of that. I'm going to get rid of the bevel on that, and I'm going to try just again and see if that has changed anything for me. I've only lost a little bit of the bevel there. I'm going to go for more. I'm going to do that. I'm going to push it down. I lost a little bit of my bevel, but not that much. And that's what I'd be getting out of it. And that's why I wanted to do it. So, you know, it's just a question of, do I want, you know, there's not that much bevel on here anyhow. You know, because of what I've done. So I think I'm going to go ahead though with this and apply it and get rid of that. All right, because when I come over here and I look at this one, it's pretty sharp as well. Those edges are pretty sharp. And depending on which edges you are going to see the most of, I can still come in here. And this is maybe what I would end up wanting to do anyhow. I can still come in here, take those. I'll just take these for now. And I'll come back and I should do the same thing at the same time. And I'm going to select these and these. And I can still do this with 3, let's say, to round that out, and I still get the benefit of I'll shade smooth in a bit of this. All right, there's one other thing though that I want to do with respect to this. I want to do a little cutaway here, and I'll do it in geometry with a Boolean, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to Control plus a couple times, hide, see what I've got, Alt H, and I'm going to P, separate that out and hide it. So it's not going to be involved with my next cut. And now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to grab an edge, nice and straight and central. Shift D, scale, P, extrude back a little bit, extrude down to give it some thickness as like a cutting tool. Imagine it's going to go cut in there. And you see, I didn't want it to interfere with the lid itself. And I'll select that edge and this edge, and I will bevel this. I'll put 5. So it's a bit of an interesting shape. Maybe scale it in a little bit. All right, so let's see how this works. Not too far down. Okay, like that. So we'll take the main body, we'll add a boolean, we'll drag it to the top, we'll select this and apply. We'll get rid of that, and now I have that. Alt-H, bring that back, and yeah. And I may go ahead and rejoin that. I'm not sure. Let's try rejoining it and see if it affects my bevel. Didn't really affect anything. I'm going to save. All right, what am I missing? We can get rid of the bottom, I suppose. We probably can, unless I want to do something down there. Let's bring everything else back. And let's, yeah, I don't think I'm going to use that. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to take everything, and in fact, I can join some stuff together, make it easier. Can I join those two? Yeah. Now, let's see if I join that. Yeah, it's not doing too much to my bevel. That's okay. So it's possible I can join this. Let's see. Nah, see, it changed. So I'm not going to do that. I don't need to join everything. So that, and let's see if I join that with that. Let's just have a look. That one seems to go okay. So I got the main body, and then I got a couple of dials. What I want to do is I want to put that into a collection, and I'm going to call that washer. Okay, and I'm going to come in also and merge by distance. I got rid of a lot of vertices there. I just want to make sure that that's not going to impact me. Okay, never mind. Okay, that's fine. So I've got that, and maybe what I'll do is select that bottom edge and see if I got that. And I will use that to bring in a collection instance of the washer. I'll set the origin to the 3D cursor and set the geometry to origin. That didn't work. What happened there? Set the geometry to origin. Set the origin to the 3D cursor. There we go. Set geometry to origin. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. And I went down. Didn't mean to do that. Exactly. We'll get this lined up pretty good. Like that. Yeah, okay. And then I'm just going to drag a couple of these out. And then if I make any changes on the original, it'll be reflected in these as well. So I'm just going to do, say, 4 of them here. Say I got 4 of those there. And then I can't move the original unless I hide it or something. So I'm just going to take these 3, and I will Shift D, bring them over here. I'm going to rotate Z 180. And those ones are good, so I'm going to take another one here to match that one. They don't have to be perfect. And we'll take these. Oh, and I don't have the other piece down there anyhow. I can do that. I suppose I can take this, and I can take all of these. And we can just look at where I might. I can't see very well that way. Shift D. I'm just going to drag them down. And yeah, I'm not sure the positioning of anything yet, so we'll just, this is all just tentative. Okay, let's see how that looks now. Let's hide him. Okay. This is just what we're coming up with, and I think it'll do. I'll just look at the positioning of things and the size of things, and we'll do our tweaks. It's kind of blocking out, but also making stuff that we're going to use as well. If I really wanted to, I can break this piece off on some of them not, and make this collection, this instance real, and I can, grunge this one up, move pieces around and break it and stuff like that. But I'm not really thinking about that right now. So that is what we have so far. We're going to move on in the next video. After, maybe I'll do some tweaks with some chairs and some dryers back over there, and carry on. All right, so thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you coming by here, and we'll see you next time.